What's up, guys? Yo, Fruit Punch Saber here. We are here with some more Fate's Empire or Dirts. Load. Friday after work, everyone gathered at the foot of the skyscraper, Dongwon Hills. In full force, I brought Saber, Brunhild, Rama, and Ziska, while Ryko act as the apartment caretaker. That's right. We gotta go investigate that building. She's not they said she's a saber, right? I don't think she's a saber, bro. We already have a saber. And
おお、早速サラス攻略に向かうとは見込んだ通りの強角っぷりであるな。陰ながら見守っているぞ。
Why are you here?
なぜ？むしろ当然であろう。同盟を結んだのだ。同行することに何の問題があるというのだ？
Well, that's fair, I suppose.
そうそう。君たちとリュウシュウちゃんが戦うとこ見てみたくってさ。見てもいいよね。
見事に勝手に納得したな。というか、完全にただの野じ馬ではないか。
Can you say that?
リハクさんは一緒に戦ったりとかは？
我か？無理だぞ。だって我はただの詩人だからな。詩を作ること以外はまるで役立たずだとも。
堂々と言うな。
Quit drinking during conversations.
構うな構うな。
What if the plot twist is he's a drunken master?
同盟者らの状況を把握することはある意味で当然。貴殿らと軍縮殿の戦いぶり、しかと見させてもらおうぞ。
ここまで堂々とした出歯亀があろうとはな。確かに同盟は結んだが、いいのか、マスター。
He likes to watch. Well, it's not particularly harmful, I suppose. Originally, the alliance was to form in anticipation of their strength. If anything, it's the organization capacity and potential to increase the number of servants contract in effect. Besides, when something sudden happens, it is natural to want to understand the situation. Moreover, I'm actually curious. Because I'm also allied with Lushu, or perhaps it's better to call it a friendly relationship. Move forward, we're likely to fight her. That's fine.
構わぬ。軍縮殿はある意味、個人で完結した傑物であるよ。協力といっても、実態は我が一方的に慕っているようなものだ。軍縮殿はあの人格ゆえ、拒絶するなどということは絶対にせんのだ。
I see, so you don't mind. Even so, it's kind of strange. I noticed that whenever Lushu is involved, Li-Bai becomes much more solemn and serious.
とにかく、いつまでもここで話しているわけにもいかないだろう。サラスがここなのは間違いないんだ。早く行ってみよ
う。Right, of course. Here we go. Emperor Guangwu Dreamfield, Dongwon Hills. I'm certain that she's waiting for us. This is the hills. From the front of the building, we enter the Dreamfield. This is it's completely different from the other Dreamfields.
そのようだな。サラスの魔力の流れ方、
Hey, we didn't have to
安
investigate.
定感がまるで違う。暴走した時のような肌にひりつく魔力のよどみが一切ない。
I bet we're probably just gonna go inside the building and then we have to investigate later.
間違いなかろう。リュウシュウは完全にこのサラスを統制している。
Ziska is also stable, but not nearly as vast. We have to keep vertical space in mind when considering size. Moreover, unlike Lushu, Ziska didn't expand her dream field.
う。信じられんな。これだけの魔力量だぞ。しかも、なんだか妙に暖かいような気が。
ああ、我もそのように感じる。魔力の質そのものが持つ優しさというのだろうか。不思議な感覚だ。
Does everyone feel that way? It's possible to obtain a specific sensation for the mana of a dream field. This dream field is very different from the others. Huh? At the time, I only noticed Brynhild wore a clouded expression. Brynhild, what's wrong?
ああ、いえ、私もそう感じません。何でもありません。気にしないでください。
Brynhild shook her head. I said she wasn't quite convinced of something. I'm not sure. Is she okay? Well, for now, we just gotta keep going. Where am I? Who am I? Reach the top. Damn. What the hell? Why didn't you just teleport me? Why did I gotta click to the top? We're at the 25th floor. Strange, there's nobody here. It's an enigmatic dream field. It seems that there is still a long ways to go. Everyone, let's take a break here. Bro, we took an elevator. Did we climb up or what the fuck? I guess they gotta stand, right? Standing was quite a chore. Uneasy? She doesn't like her gag. It's okay, I'm in there too. Let's see. There goes Shisha right here. I think Saber could beat Shisho. I mean, what's her name? Fucking Lushu. She's a divine servant. Can't we just double penetration gay bog that ass? I guess Shisho's not a lancer though. She doesn't have that. Oh. Damn. Should have summoned the lancer then. That would be pretty easy because Lushu would be technically divine, wouldn't she? I mean, I know she was human and shit, but they treat her like a god. Where am I? The 36th floor. Let's take a break here, right guys? I guess standing is kind of hard. I didn't cook it, that was my wife. Defend her honor. Dang, Stomp was uneasy. He's the only one that was pacing back and forth. Yushu Shan. I think I could take her on. Going to be the 45th floor, 46.
この奥だな。
Ahead of us, Saber stops.
竜州がいるのはこの扉の向こうだろう。濃密な魔力の気配が感じられる。
Child.
では行くか、マスター。まずはやつの小手調べだ。
Okay. The first thing to do is to convey the request. The issue is not above listening to people. If we talk to each other, we may be able to come to terms. However, with that said, I felt it when I visited here with Ziska the other day. All in all, Dongguan Hills is creepy. The huge building built using cutting-edge architecture. Even though it is an achievement of civilization itself, there is not a single person here. As soon as one enters the building vicinity, it's like another world devoid of life. I can't help but feel a chill. Why does this place feel the way it does? That's ultimately what I can't stop wondering. Why does Lushu dream feel like this?
何をぼーっとしている？行くぞ。
Dang, Rama, can't even think, bro. Alright, let's go. She is the lord of this dream field. I have a lot of questions, and my only question is to ask her. As soon as I opened the door, I saw Lushu. The open floor was wide to the sides and long to the back. In the center, on a luxurious looking chair, Lushu crosses her legs as she gazes at the city. She quickly acknowledges us, suddenly offering a light-hearted expression. She calls out with a hand to her mouth.
いらっしゃい。やーやー、待っていたよ。私に会いに来たんだろ。おいで、こっちに来るといい。
I don't think so. I think I'll stay here. We're being welcomed.
そのようだな。
Even from a distance, Lushu's big grin is clear as day. Does she really understand why we're here?
うん、よく来てくれたね。ようこそ私のサラスへ。
With a smug face, Lushu pulls something out from behind her. Rama's ready when
これが私のサラス。
は？
Lushu Will's addition shows it off. Lushu, no, not again. In other words, she's attempting wordplay between Salas and Sarasu. I understand, she hasn't learned her lesson yet. Shisho, Saber. Saber, Ziska, and myself understand that it was a gag. While our software shakes, Levi resembles a disappointed father. The problem is Brynhild and Rama. Neither of them experienced Lushu before. I can practically see the question marks floating over their heads.
素敵なお皿だと思います。
Unable to stand it, Asafo blew out. Clutching his stomach, he forces out, "It's not that," while laughing.
またしても受けたのはアストルフォだけなのか。
I'm sorry, but can we speak with you?
おっと、すまなかった。いやー、君たちの出花をくじいてしまったね。
Lushu stood up with a sheepish smile.
何か用かなと聞くのも野暮か。昨日今日で来るとは思わなかったけれど、ひょっとして私を説得しに来ちゃった？
I came to kill you.
いかにもその通りだ、リュウシュよ。お前は自身の目的は金字塔都市の解放だと語ったな。だがお前のやり方では勝算が薄いと我々は判断した。このままいけばお前はほぼ間違いなく大金字塔に消滅させられる。故にリュウシュ、お前を説得しに来た。そういうわけだ。
ほもほも、なるほどなるほど。いやー、参ったな。私一人で大丈夫って話、やはり分かってもらえてなかったか。なーに、心配はいらない。私に限ってはね。このサラスだって他とは一味違うだろ。絶対に負けたりなんかしない。そういう風にできている。そうならざるを得ない。うん、それが私というものだからね。どっちにしたって君たちに私は止められない。君たちじゃ役不足というものだよ。そもそも止める必要もない。私は私一人でもうまく成し遂げるよ。心配はいらないさ。
それを決めるのはお前ではないと言っておこうか。それにだ、リュウシュよ。私たちはお前の実力を知らぬ。いくらお前が雄弁しようと信ずるに足らぬのならば止めるは道理。戦うは必然であろう。
いやー、まあそれもそうか。ちなみに李白殿も同意見なのかな。
Levi hadn't said anything yet. When Lushu aims his gaze at him, he snorts before hiccuping as he sips a drink.
我は侠客たる者を支援する身なれば、我は軍縮殿も いずれも驚愕たるものと見ておる。
なるほどね。いやリハク殿の言葉は詩を見るようにしみるな。
While mixing a bad joke with smirk, Lushu elegantly pulls out a sword at her waist. I brace myself as soon as I see it, but in the end there's no choice but to fight to reach an understanding. Alright. I was ready to beat that ass. Ever since she made that joke, I felt like she should get her ass whooped. Lushu smiles, exuding an air of invincibility.
行くぞ行くぞマスター。
Alright, Saber, don't let me down. You got it, let's go everyone.
竜軍縮さっさと参上。お主の全力
Bro,
わ
she
しが
got
見
no
定
armor.
めよう。
She's all clothes. Okay. Can I insta-kill her? No, fuck. Is this a legit match?
手加減は無用だ。
Damn it, it's hard to tell. I fucked up. I didn't mean to do that. You know I like to use Bryn first.
困ります。
Alright.
あなた
Check, mark the spot.
あな
And just go quick.
た壊します。ごめんなさい。
Oh, she can't,
壊しま
what?
す。
Hey, I just noticed. I think I'm on fire. What the fuck was that? Why am I the one on fire?
ごめんなさい。
Are you saying flames from the heavens does not affect her? Bro! Bryn's a Valkyrie! The fuck, bro? Fine. Alright, let's see what this guy got.
戦いだ。
It's time to use
こ
Ryko.
こからはもう加減はできない。
Apply debuff immunity. Recover. Increase. Increase. Apply. Increase. Each turn. Alright, this one.
しのぎ切ってみせよう。
Alright, fucking hit her with the mace. Damn, she got 3 art? That's kind of buff.
勝ち取れ。逃がさん。
Does that mean she can't kill Ziska? Oh wait, she might be able to kill Ziska.
勝ち取れ。
Raida!
勝ち取れ。程度。
Bro, this is going nowhere. One of us gotta use our fucking Novitasm.
勝ち取れ。
Alright. After Ryder took all the flame damage. Saber!
お主の全力
Dodge!
まだまだ勝てるなよ。遅い。それそれ。
What is this? Damn, she killed Saber.
バカな。一体どうなっている？
Damn, can't they just push her off the building? Bro, it's 6v1. Or is it 4? 4v1. Rama groaned while staggering from a heavy blow Lushu dealt. Astonishment spreads over his face as if he seems a ghost. All around attacks are rendering useless by one sheet of paper. But what I notice is that Lushu makes no effort to dodge. None. Rama hasn't adapted to the sense of incongruity and probability. A silhouette approaches, and I give the order to Rama. Rama, it's an order change.
私が行きます。うわ、これはまた大きな槍だな。
Lucia paused with a surprised expression. We can't miss the opportunity. Ryder! Ziska, do it. I changed the recipient of my mana for a moment. Ziska quick-fires her weapon. She resorted to a special bullet to avoid fatal injury. A moment, a few seconds are bought, and they are invaluable. At the same time as Lushu swiftly maneuvers her sword, evading Ziska's shots, Brynhild leaped up, anticipating the opening.
連携プレーとか卑怯だぞ。さっきまで1対1だったじゃないか。
Brynhild! With a rush, her spear is brought down, just like a hammer. A strike that has moved enemies via wind pressure in the past, rents down upon Lushu. As the thought runs through my mind. Lushu moves to block Brunhild and blindly deflects Ziska next at the sides. The unexpected impact makes Lushu stagger and fall as a special bullet ricochets, and the very neatly misses Brunhild's face. Even though it's missed, Brunhild is clearly startled, and her spirit strike is off target. The heavy strike slammed down, shaking the floor far from Lushu. It casts form like a spiderweb on the floor, and Lushu observes them leisurely, murmuring, "Oh, my," fluttering her eyes.
危ないところだった。いや、運が良かった。まだ。
Brunhild has landed, but she doesn't give up. She quickly turns to Lushu, who keeps her distance. In one fluid motion, Brunhild levels her spear and points it at her. Before she hurls it in astonishing force, the blazing spear roars as it cuts through the air. To Lushu, the spear has devastating power behind it. However, at some point, the ceiling was damaged in the fight. As I noticed, parts of it begin to collapse. Just as she threw her spear, the rubble that made a part of the ceiling crashed into the spear course, crumbling to the floor. Her mighty spear loses all momentum before reaching Lushu. The indelible flame didn't reach. Seeing her spirit quelled, Brunhild reacted just like Rama did.
しかしとんでもない武器を使うな、ヒルデちゃん。この剣じゃとても受け止めきれなそうだ。いやはや、運が良かった。
Lushu says with a cold sweat. At that moment, she paused, catching her breath. Saber!
なら、これならばどうだ？
This time it was a complete surprise. This time, Lushu's face registered her complete loss. The distance between Lushu and Saber is 0. However, Saber is behind her, and Lushu is completely defenseless. Her sword reads the torrents of death itself. It was flawless timing and decisive blow to secure the win. To defeat Emperor Guangwu, Lushu. Nobody, especially the enemy of Lushu, could see it coming. Putting that situation with conviction was the best chance in mind. No matter how good a servant is, a saber sword strikes them so directly, it's inevitably that you will be defeated. No matter how skillful one is, such strike is a sure thing. And yet,
お前。
Saber eyes are sharp as she regards Lushu with a grim face. Lushu moaned lightly, and then staggering forward a few steps, and turned to face Saber. Lushu is unscathed. Some may even say, Scathach. Not even a scratch. She hasn't been damaged at all.
いやはや、スカザハ、君は全く容赦がないんだな。君の剣が放つ死の本流が偶然にヒルデちゃんの槍が放つ炎にぶつけられなかったら、今頃とっくに私は英霊の座に帰っていただろうね。全くもって私は本当に
Lushu smirks with a smug look.
運が良かった。
But everyone here was speechless. It was Saber who immediately regained her composure. She sounds like she's scoffing.
帰るぞマスター。今はこやつに勝てない。
Alright, let's go home. For Saber to assert it so firmly, no, the gap is clear. An overwhelming difference so great that I can't even measure it. This is why, boasting that she alone could save Pyramid City, she has overwhelming reason to assert that. I don't understand how she avoided attacks. I've never seen Lux be so active. But there must be a specific... what the hell? There must be a specific secret. Unless I can understand it. We won't beat her no matter how many times we try. Damn it. Got it. Everyone, we're leaving for today.
物分かりがいいな。引き際をわきまえるのは名称の条件だ。私が褒めてあげよう。褒め褒め。あ、そうそう。もしもまた私と戦いたくなったらここに来るといい。サラスが大金字塔に届くまでしばらく時間はかかるからね。
Okay, I understand. We'll be seeing you, Lushu. With that, we depart the Emperor Dreamfield, descending the disconcerting Dongguan Hills with a bitter taste.
いやしかし参ったな。まさか攻撃が一切通用しないとは。
After withdrawing from Lushu Dreamfield, we gather in the condominium once more. The topic is, of course, the battle with Emperor Guangwu about the mystery surrounding Lushu. She didn't receive any of our attacks. Each attack was somehow nullified individually by way of various circumstantial variables. This goes way beyond coincidence, even in the unlikely event that one such thing right after another, and kept happening regardless of the plausibility.
リュウシュウさんは運が良かったとおっしゃっていましたか。
運が良かっただけなわけがあるか。あれは間違いなく何らかの宝具か固有スキルだ。因果をねじ曲げる類のものか、はたまたそういう偽装をした何かか。
There must be something in her story which will lead to good luck. Let's look it up at the library tomorrow. We can forget the advantage of knowing her true name.
そうだな。僕も手伝うぞ。
いいね、私も手伝うよ。けどほら、あれじゃないかな。
Damn,
調
bro.
べるよりも直接本人に聞いた方が早くない？
Who did not
なん
lock
せ
their
すぐそこ
doors?
にいるし。
Nobody locked the doors anymore. Who let her inside? Ryko! I bet it was Ryko.
さあさあ、早速本人に聞いてみよう。なんとびっくり、リュウシュウが目の前にいるぞ。
やりづらいな。やはり追い出そうマスター。
Wait. Why she's here though?
そんな、私も混ぜておくれよ。のけものはなしだぞ。寂しいじゃないか。
そうは言ってもな。
頼むよ、私も混ぜてよ。減るもんじゃないだろう。君たちの会話は邪魔しないから許してくれたまえよ。
お前への対策を考えていると理解しておるのか。
いやいや、そこは気にする必要ないだろう。どうあがいたって君たちは私に勝てないんだし、無用な心配だよ。
That's kind of the point. The blunts inside, Brynhild, seems to be rather discouraged. No, you don't have to be in such a hurry. At that time, the sound of the door buzzers announced a visitor.
お、誰か来たみたいだ。ほらほら、誰か迎えに行かねば。
話をはぐらかそうとするな。
待て、我が玄関に行こう。
まったく。
頭が痛くなるな。
Soon after, the voice of unilateral energy echoed from the door.
やっほー、遊びに来たよー。あ、ちなみにリハクも一緒。
酒は我に任せろ。
一升瓶がたくさん。
Why? How do you guys know the location of this apartment? I know I didn't give you the address. My sleeve is pulled lightly.
私が呼んじゃった。あ
Damn.
らあら、まあまあまあ、ずいぶん人が増えて、お食事足りるでしょうか。ライコーさん、お手伝いします。
我も行こう。買い出しが必要だろ。
This is already an absolute mess.
そう落ち込むなホーユーよ。まずは1個。話はそれからだ。おりゃ。
Levi forcibly thrusts a liquor bottle into my mouth. I held firm with tremendous force, and sake is dumped into me. No, this isn't sake. What the? Oh man, it was so alcoholic that I felt dizzy near immediately. What the? God, this alcohol is. What is it rated at?
西洋のスピリタスという酒だが聞いたことあるか。
うわ、バカ。そんなの急に飲ませたらアルコール中毒になってしまうぞ。水をのいや、吐け。
I'm sorry, Rana.
見て見て、僕みんなと遊ぼうと思ってボードゲーム持ってきたんだ。後でやろうね、リュウシュウちゃん。おお、何やら楽しそうだな。やろうやろう。
Then you gotta cover somebody. That sucks. especially close to the holidays too.
賑やかですね、皆様。今日はお鍋を用意いたしますから、みんなで囲っていただきましょう。やったー！すっごい美味しいよね、お鍋。僕大好き。
I'll beat your ass, Astolfo. Don't get near my wife.
鍋？それは単に食材を煮込むだけじゃないのか？いや、しかし奥方ならどんな料理でもまず間違いない。
これはもう作戦会議は無理だな。
I agree. It cannot be done like this. The boisterous evening we never planned for was gradually going to get worse. After several hours.
ああ、もうダメだ。飲める。しかし、やはり酒はたまらない。
If you're going to vomit, go to the bathroom.
無用無用、心配は無用。酒はすなわち身に流れる血の一滴そのものゆえな。人の営みの証、生きた履歴であり、魂そのものがすなわち酒なのだい。であればこそ、どしゃっと吐くなど我の主導に反する愚行ゆえ。
Levi said so with a blue face as he exhaled through his nose and rose out onto the floor. The food is exhausted and the liveliness of things were finally settling down a bit. It was supposed to be a tragic meeting, but we warned with a good hot pot. In addition to the usual faces, we were visited by Lushu, Levi, and Stoffel. Ron plays the role of a street man. Ryko keeps busy. Ziska nods with a mystified look as she continues to shovel food. Stoffel somehow remains as smiling as ever, while Saber appears to have resigned herself to the situation. Bruno is a student, doesn't drink, but she seems content. Dang, she's RPing the student real hard. She is not a student, bro. And Levi pours sake down his gullet like a human colander, whilst Lushu was unabashedly attempting more gags. This is all just so bizarre. With Lushu, who should be an enemy, being so immaculable, I can't help but feel anxious. Why did this happen?
いやー、楽しかった。人との交わりはやはりこうでなくては。
しかり、文宿殿の言う通りであるな。これと見込んだ胸郭など杯を組み交わす。これほど豊かで味わいのあるものはあるまい。実に良い気分だ。よし、これは一つ読まねば。
Levi suddenly shoots to his feet and clears his throat. Compose? You're going to be composed one right now.
無論。
In a frankly surprising manner, he begins to recite something in a lower, smooth tone. An improvised poem, perhaps, in his native tongue. He sings Chinese poems I imagine are from the Tang dynasty. Of course, it's a language I don't know, so the literal meaning are lost on me. I can't understand much of anything he says, but even so. In spite of that, it clears that it's an excellent poem, and I can at least get a feel for the emotion he put into it. And surprisingly, rhythmic rhyme scheme emerges, but it feels a bit unpredictable yet satisfying. A sound that directly comforts the heart, not the ears. He will lilt softly, then sometimes the next verse was powerful, carrying through the room and reaching the listener's core. The way the words are layered seems open-minded. Emotions run strong in his performance, strong yet somehow sad. There's no doubt it was being improvised, yet it was a poem capable of reaching people's heart. The immortal poet, one of many titles he was known by. Hearing him on the spot like this, I have to admit that the nickname suits him, even if he is a drunken clown.
こんなところか。ご清聴痛み入る。
When he finishes, everyone applauded naturally.
僕は詩はさっぱりわからないが、今のはいい詩だったと思う。なあリハク、 今のはどういう意味の詩だったんだ？
胸郭と交わること、そのありがたさについてを読んだものよ。
So it's about Yoshia. No matter how well the poem was sung, it doesn't make him sober. Levi talked, shaking his body with his bleary eyes.
おとも、人は義教を忘れてはならぬ。強きをくじき、弱きを救う。そうあることに、人はいささかの疑問さえも覚えるべきではない。そうであろう、軍縮だ。我は胸郭たるものを好む。我自身もそうあらねばと思う。そして、軍縮殿は我が知る限り胸郭たるものの中で最も理想の胸郭であるゆえな。胸郭たるもののその誉れ、軍縮殿は。ああ、いや、貴殿らも見事だと思っているぞ。だがそれはそれよ。軍縮殿が見事だということもまた確かな事実。それゆえ胸郭であると望まぬものを見たときには少々悲しくも思う。なぜなのだと、義教の尊さを知らぬのかと悲しくな。
おい李白、さっきからお前が話しかけてるのは龍州ではない、春菊だぞ。
Since in the beginning of the speech, Levi has been talking to the flowers in his hand. Garland chrysanthemums. He's such a drunken clown.
春菊だと？ああ、これは失礼した文宿殿。道理で何やら青臭いと。
李白酔いすぎ。よいよい、私は気にしないよ。
The smiling Lushu gently closed her eyes.
李白殿が持つ胸郭へのこだわり、もっともであろう。まばゆき理想を目指したゆまず歩みを進める者は常に美しい。目指す胸郭へ君がたどり着くことを私も陰ながら応援していよう。だが李白殿、その道のりに待つであろう痛みと苦しみについてもまた君は同時に学んでおくべきだ。人は常に何らかの悲しみと孤独を抱き儚く生きる。それは決して誰かと分かち合えぬ類の尊厳でもある。理想は常にまばゆく美しく尊い。しかしながらその光が強ければ強いほど落とす影もまた色濃く暗い。なればこそ胸郭であることを誰かに求めるのはいけない。気高くあるとはすなわち人を孤独に追いやることだ。それはつまり人という種にとった苦き良薬のようなものだからね。人にとって美しいあり方、李白殿にとっての胸郭、それは決して誰かに求めてはいけない。悲しみを背負い人から外れたものの姿だと。
Lushu.
寝てしまった。この人最悪だ。
Even though Lushu replied in such a wholesome way, Levi was passed out with his mouth ajar, making a snot bubble in the sky. As such, we all left Levi where he was. Eventually, or perhaps I should say finally, the gathering began to dissolve. Countermeasure against Lushu's luck will be handled tomorrow. We'll meet at the cafe or to the library.
じゃあねー、また遊ぼうねー。
Please be careful on your way home. At the front door, I see them off. Mustafa was waving energetically. Time of day be damned. Ziska is bringing back the leftover foods for the still children. Levi also managed to leave. To my surprise, Hajime Saito actually came to pick him up, though he staggered about and Saito nearly dragged him away. I'm sure he'll be fine, no need to worry. Nodding is about to sling. Once back in the living room, I noticed Saber and Lushu talking about something. They make for a rare and intriguing pair. They speak in quiet voices so I can't hear them, but it's clear to me that whatever it is, they're both rather serious about it. When Lushu notices me, they stop talking. Instead of a usual smile or just walking, Lushu bounces over to me with a tiny pion pion.
いや、私もそろそろ帰るよ。今日は大変愉快だった。何やら明日は私と戦う対策を考えるんだってね。また私に挑んでくるの楽しみに待っているよ。
Lushu also departed from the apartment, and I took a moment to sigh. I then glanced over to Saber. Hey Saber, what was it you were talking to Lushu about?
気になるか？
Yeah.
そうだな。あの女が気安く私たちに慣れ親しもうとすること。そのゆえんとは何かといったところかな。なるほど。確かにあれは侠客と呼ぶにふさわしいやもしれん。李白のあの態度は必然とすら言える。だが辛かろうな。影の国を滑る者としてわしにも理解できる部分もある。
What do you mean?
世の中にはわからないことの方が多かろう。
So you don't feel like telling me? I take it.
魅力ある女には秘密が多いものだ。
Okay. I blink in surprise as she offers a terse chuckle and strides away before I can respond. That was the end of my talk with Saber. Tomorrow is take 2 of our strategy meeting. This time we have to find a clue to defeating Lushu. I don't think that's Lushu. I'm gonna be honest. That silhouette. That's not Lushu, dude. We gotta kill that hoe. I think that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to meet somebody else, huh? Cause she's Saber class. It doesn't make sense to get a Saber class. Cause I have Saber already. I think we're gonna find Assassin in this chapter. After training with Saber, I cleaned myself up and made my way to the cafe as planned. I wonder who's the dude with the long black hair. Doesn't seem like a chick, to be honest. Silhouette. I'm a little early. I opened the old-fashioned door and stepped inside. Apparently, the first one here. Way to go, me. The Caesar. Sorry to bother you. I'm meeting with Levi and the others. It's okay to use the back seats. Apparently, it's okay, at least, I think. Interpreting his silence with a kind of reluctant acceptance, I bowed lightly and headed towards the back. Seriously, the master of this cafe, he really doesn't speak. I can't help but wonder why. Is he biased? What? What the fuck? A bigot? Why do you have to guys? Alright. Even when taking an order, he just kind of looms over you, waiting until you tell him. It's honestly disconcerting as hell, but kind of impressive. I haven't even heard him grunt or anything. Before long, the others joined me. Brynhild and Saber, and of course Rama. To my surprise, Levi also arrives looking far better than last night would have led me to expect. Deserves not get hangovers.
あと、私もいるぞ。
Look at her silhouette, bro. I don't think that's the same silhouette as the other one. Damn it. Fuck. It's bugged. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. No, it's not. I panicked. I'm like, uh-oh. I got scared. I don't think that's the same silhouette, bro. Now then, let's get started. Rama collected books on Lushu.
あれ聞こえてた？私もいるぞ。
持ってきたのは漢書と五漢書とそれに類する研究所だ。入門書もあるからまずはこっちからの方がいいだろう。
おーい、私もいるんだが。
I think we know the purpose of the investigation. I'm specifically interested in Lushu. Good luck. Let's be something. Let's do our best to find it.
全員揃ってお勉強会か。こういうのも悪くあるまい。
なあなあ、聞こえているか？その本にここにいるんだが。
What's wrong, Brynhild? Under my admittedly oppressive smile, Brynhild stutters a little, averting her gaze.
そのなんでもないです。
よし、じゃあ始めるか。
いや、待て待て。というか待って、調べる必要ないぞ。ここは本人に聞こうじゃないか。さあ、いつでも聞いていいんだよ。
すまぬ店主よ、注文をいいか？我はこのアイリッシュコーヒーを所望するのだが。
Saber?
アイリッシュウイスキーをベースにしてコーヒーや生クリーム等をトッピングしたカクテルドリンクだ。
つまり酒か。
そうだな。まず私がどんなところで育ったかについて話さねば。いや、実は私はおじい上に育てられた身でね。
So if we ignore her, she'll just do it anyways. I massage my temples roughly and give up. If it's I look at her. You shoot today, I didn't call you here, did I?
確かに呼ばれてはいないな。すごく嬉しそうです、マスター。
Yeah, Lushu, I haven't called you because you weren't supposed to be here.
そんな寂しいことを言うなよ。私のことを調べるのだろう。ならばと、私は今日一生懸命おばあちゃんのように歩いてきたのだぞ。
Ah.
呼ばれていないのによばよばと歩いてきた。
I'm sorry, shopkeep, can I ask a separate check? I don't know this woman.
まだ帰るつもりはないんだが。
おお、仕事が早いな店主殿よ。この苦味と甘みの調和、やはり西洋の酒も悪くない。
まったくダチが開かぬな。おいマスター、さっさと始めるぞ。
Okay. Of course, let's investigate the matter. Lushu, please be quiet.
ま、そういうなら仕方ないか。けど私もその本読んでみたいな。それは構わないだろう。
And that's all you do, that's fine.
ぜひそうするとも。
Only then did investigation begin. They searched to find Lushu's weakness with Lushu. A good amount of time has passed. It was noisy at first, but once we got into the groove, there were no problems. Now everyone's quietly reading. I wonder if Lushu would get in the way, but she really is reading politely. Well, it's not a stretch to think she's a strong reader, considering what I've read so far. She seems to have been a student once upon a time. It was a city that was called Chang'an at the time. It seems she studied abroad, mainly focusing on Shengshu. Shengshu refers to the history books of sorts, also known as the Book of Documents. It's ancient Chinese collections which serve as the base of Chinese political philosophy for millennia. The thread that connects the present and the future comes from the past. Therefore, knowing the past allows one to know the present as well as the future. This philosophy has remained the same since ancient times, and it's the same for Lushu. The name Louis, although it shares the same blood as Emperor Guangxu, born Louis Bang, the founder of the Han Dynasty in 202 BC. The dynasty was obsolete by the time she was born in 5 BC. Her father passed early, so she and her siblings grew up in a rural area, raised by her wealthy uncle. Eventually, her uncle funded her education. She studied abroad in Chang'an. However, due to her financial support being cut while abroad, she worked a part-time job on her own, or rather, she worked and earned tuition. In short, she's what we call today a student worker. To go so far as that, she must have been very passionate about studying. Must have been irreplaceable. It's easy to think that of her as just an emperor, but until she took the title, she was a foreign-time girl who enjoyed learning. She herself was a calm and careful person according to history, but by that point, it seems that the definition a man named Lushu would be the emperor already existed. Chen Wei. It seems to be the term referring to the use of Chen prediction way apocryphal text for political power in regard to the dynasty, a political prophecy. Lushu lived to see the beginning of the Anno Domini era, following the birth of Christ. In other words, a time in which magic was still shrouded in mystery and truth had been lost. Whether the prophecy was just a delusion or a real spiritual divination is not so strange to think it's carried weight. And there's the person who presented the prophecy to Lushu.
おお、なんだ評価について調べているのか。
Lushu leans over from the side, looking my book over. She smiles with a warm familiarity.
懐かしいな。彼もまた変わり者でね。彼は本当に偏屈なやつでさ、とにかく高学で、大学にいても誰とも話さないことで有名だったんだ。彼、話しかけんなオーラをもうビンビンに発しててさ。まあ、私は気にせず話しかけちゃったんだけど。まあ、原稿ほどではなかったが。でね、彼は
Justin.
やっほー、僕も来たよ。リュウシュウちゃんのお勉強会やってんでしょ。僕も混ぜて。やあ、アストローか。いらっしゃい。
While Astolfo came barreling in, as well as the silent Saito Hajime. Astolfo is the same as usual. Exploding into the scene, he sits right next to Lushu, and the two start chatting. As for Saito,
リハク。すまぬ。少し席を外す。
as Saito beckoning, Levi stands with a yawn and walks out of the coffee shop with him. There seems to be something to talk about. One thought my shoulder is poked sharply.
ねえねえ、今日はリュウシュウちゃんのこと調べてたんでしょ。何か面白いこと分かった？
To be fair, I wasn't looking for something interesting. Actually, Astolfo, I had something to ask you.
僕に？何？何でも聞いていいよ。
With a bright smile, Astolfo is extremely easy to work with. I appreciate that. It should make things easier. It might be a stretch, but could you be the solution to breakthrough? You have an oversatsim, right? I did some reading on you and your lore. Apparently, you encounter sorcerer's capabilities of all kinds of magic. You receive a book to say counter any enchantment. If it really works, it would be invaluable. I don't understand how Lushu is nullifying all of our attacks, but if Astolfo can in turn nullify it, I won't need to understand. However, as anyone can see, Lushu and Astolfo are friends, but the actual cooperate is another matter entirely.
もしかしてそれって魔術版の攻略者のこと？おお、すごいじゃないか。本当にそんな便利なものを持っているのか、アストルフォ。すごいでしょ。それがあればどんな魔術師が相手でも有利に戦えるんだよ。えへん。けど実はそれ使えないんだ。ごめんね。
You can't use it? What happened?
理由は正直よくわかんないけど、僕のこの霊気の中に概念として組み込まれてないっぽい。僕たちサーバントって霊気情報を元にして霊視を元に実体化した存在なわけだけど、その元ネタの問題かな。そもそも僕たちってなんで限界してるのかもよくわかんないし、召喚の時に何かいろいろ不具合でもあったのかもだね。そういうわけであれ使えないんだよね。あとぶっちゃけあの宝具の新名忘れちゃった。ってアストルフォらしい理由だな。
Look at the severing ghost forgetting the true name of their treasure. I want to hold my head. I can't help what I can't use. I had no choice but to break through Lushu defense another way. And that everyone shared the information to look up, but to no remarkable results. The session was disbanded due to how late it was getting. Tomorrow is Sunday, but we agreed to continue our research in the afternoon. tomorrow for sure regards the secrets of Lushu invincibility. I was looking at the silhouette on the right side. It looked like that silhouette has a sword hilt. Let me look at everybody again. It might be Lushu, but it's hard to see it being Lushu because she's saber class. Let's keep going. After finishing the special training with Saber, we gathered to the cafe, just like yesterday. Naturally, the purpose is to find out the secrets of Lushu. Lushu is present and Ziska's not because reading is tiring. And for reasons unknown, Levi also seems to be absent.
よーし、それじゃあみんな今日も頑張れ。私も応援しているぞ。
やれやれ。相変わらず本人同席の調査とはな。
もう今更だろう。邪魔するわけでもなし、いいんじゃないのか。
ぜひぜひ頑張って私のことを調べてくれたまえよ。
Anyway, let's get to it. And so we commence anew, studying about Lushu life. I read a lot. But I shouldn't be surprised. After all, Emperor Guangwu Lushu is very popular. Lushu is surprised to be a figure of admiration for being the ideal emperor who many of the heroes who appeared in the world-famous Three Kingdoms period that followed her dynasty. For example, Xiao Xiao, who founded the Wei state, thought if you imitate the ways of Emperor Guangwu, one could take the world. Lushu rule seems to solidify the idea emperor was Zhu Liang, and the others also revered at that time. Hers was a legacy of great influence. A dynasty continued for a long time after her death because the system she created was stable. The wise emperor touted was as an ideal. That was Emperor Guangwu Lushu. She's far more than just awful puns. I was looking at her from the side. She noticed my gaze.
どうしたんだい？私の方を見て。もしかして私の魅力に気づいてしまったかな？
No. You're charming, good grief. Well, don't you think you seem a bit off? I mean, you're a truly amazing person.
すごい？何の話だ？
The more I read, the more it becomes clear that you were respected as a magnificent ruler. You were clearly a great emperor, in spite of how light-hearted you seem now. Looking at your achievement, it's understandable that you were called the King of the 100 Kings. Even I would agree you earned such a title. I should have just called you Your Majesty the Emperor. I said it jokingly, and when I look back to her, I notice she's... Lushu. What's this? She's suddenly silent? If I say anything, she is staring at me.
なあ、今なんて言った？
You mean that you should have been called Your Majesty the Emperor? That was the moment. Damn, bro. Fucking blasting my ears. She was on her feet, as her entire body was surrounded by a torrent of light. Whoa, wait.
お前、何をしている？
お前。
The intense magical power that was released disappears so quickly, it feels like an illusion. Saving the others who were at the ready to take a small breath.
ごめん。脅すつもりはなかった。けど。
She turned her face down.
本当に嫌なんだ。皇帝として呼びかけられることは。皇帝と呼ばれるのがいいっていう人もいる。それはわかる。けど、私は違う。だから、我慢ならなかった。すまない。お前。
With everyone on edge, Lushu struggles things along with a jubilant voice.
いやー、気まずい空気にしてしまったね。本当にごめんよ。そんなつもりじゃなかった。お詫びでもしたいところだが、私これから少し用事があってね。明日もみんなで集まるんだろ？ぜひとも懲りずにお邪魔させてもらうよ。では、またね。
She checks her watch and leaves the shop just like that. The sound of cafe doorbells echoes quietly.
いや、驚いたな。怪我はしていないか？
No, my earphones blew up, but besides that, I'm fine. No problems.
すみませんマスター、反応が遅れて。
謝る必要はあるまい。奴がマスターを手にかけるつもりはみじんもなかったはずだ。
そうなのか？
間違いなかろう。何、調子に乗ったバカ弟子をたしなめる時など、私もよく似たようなことをしたものだ。むしろ殴ってないだけ優しい。
Ah.
ただ、あれにとってよほど皇帝と呼ばれることは嫌悪すべきことなのだろうが、それだけは疑いなかろう。
Discuss? It seems that way, yet generally speaking, most people feel pride when in a position to be worshipped. You don't often hear of people whom hated. But she refuses to be treated that way, to be praised as an emperor. I wonder why.
うん。皆もあれの調査を進めたところだ。情報共有がてら、あのサーバントの背景について話しておこうか。
背景ですか？
あの女の出自と生まれ育った環境についてだ。劉州が生きたのはおおよそ西暦が始まる直前から始まって数十年が過ぎたあたりまでだな。当時は漢王朝を簒奪した新王朝王毛という皇帝が政権を握っていた。こいつは元は単なる儒学者だったようだが、まあここで詳しく語るのはやめておこう。ここでは劉州が生きたその時代において王毛という男が悪政を敷いていたと覚えておけば十分だ。でだ、話は変わるが、少なくとも当時の中国においては天命と呼ばれるものが重要視されていた。これがあの女を理解する上でポイントになる。天命とは大いにつくものが所有する性質であり加護だ。少なくとも当時はそう思われていた。つまり皇帝には天命があり、天命があるゆえに皇帝である。そういう理屈で王朝は王の正当性を保証していたというわけだな。天使として天命を受けたものであっても、そのものが徳を失った時は別の有徳者が現れ、そのものに新しく天命を下ろすとされた。
ということは、その王毛にも天命があったということなんですか？
王朝に混乱を招き入れた簒奪者ではあったがな。だが漢王朝が王毛という男に簒奪されて滅亡したのも事実。劉一族が徳を失ってしまったとみなされることになるわけだな。
I heard a little about this political prophecy stuff, but didn't think that it was so cutthroat and the Liu clan lost the throne.
無論関係している。あの女の名前は何だ？
No, I'm familiar.
気づいてきたか。あやつはいわゆる漢王帝たる劉一族に連なるものだ。劉州は徳を失った劉一族に属しながら混乱を制し、一度滅亡した漢の復興を旗印として天下を統一したものだ。
It sure runs down my spine. So she did what was considered impossible in ancient China, successfully reversed the mandated heaven, making it hers, before she actually took the throne. In the word of magic, a hero's spirit strength is influenced by the several factors, one of which being how strong humanity's awareness of them is. The strength of her servant is influenced by their name being known, and as a human, she proved that something that was impossible in the past was possible in her lifetime. She was the one who overturned what everyone knew was impossible, which is precisely what she's saying she'll do now.
数千年に及ぶ中国史において天命を取り戻させた例は極めて少ない。それら三千たる業績を残したのがあの後部皇帝というわけだ。
When summarized again, I'm reminded how impressive it really is. The emperor who realized the impossible in ancient China, she ended in the Zhen dynasty by disposing Wang Meng. That was the ruler named Emperor Guangwu, born in Lushu, starting in the falling Lu clan and ended up on the throne, starting a dynasty which prospered well after her death. She became a figure heroes of later times admired. One who can achieve an anomaly, hers is such a vassal, and even if she doesn't like it, she's worthy of being emperor.
そうだな。極めつけはこれだ。
Rama showed me a book summarizing her achievement. The headers read Battle Kunyang.
にわかには信じられないぞ。王毛軍が数十万の兵力で、あの劉州はたった数千ほどだったそうだな。なのに勝ったのは劉州の方だと記されている。そんなことがありえるのか？英雄譚としか思えん。
Is such a thing really possible?
その上あやつは常に戦いの最前線に身を置いたようだな。最も命の危険にさらされる場で幾度となく生き残った。
Huh. That explains quite a bit in a way. Recalling the other day, when Lushu crossed blades with us, it was clear she could handle herself. It was also obvious that she wasn't trying. Furthermore, none of our attacks ever even landed. There was a terrifying number of accomplishments in the stories, of which something gives her an absolute protection. Moreover, even if that protection is nullified or broken, looking at her past, the odds that she got greater power is...
不思議なことだが、ここまでの実績を残したあの者が、なぜ皇帝と呼ばれることをああも嫌悪するのだろうな。あるいは大いに執着がなかった人物なのかもしれんが。
そうですね。劉州さんからはなんというか権力に対するこだわりみたいなものを親しみやすい方ですし、もともと権威とかが嫌いな人なんじゃないでしょうか。
But if you think that, so very few people are actually that kind. When it comes down to it, I don't get why she became emperor. She wished to abstain from power, or would she achieve such a powerful position?
ふむ。そこはもしかしたら彼女の兄君の影響なのかもな。
劉州さんのお兄さんは確か劉園という方だったはずです。
劉園は劉州の実刑だ。王毛の暴政に対して反旗を立てることを考えたのはもともと兄が先だったはずだ。それに同調し劉州も続くことを決めた。劉園の人となりはあまり伝わっていないが、政治や軍略に長けた人物ではあったようだな。少なくとも劉園の活躍が王毛軍を退けたことは何度となくある。先に名を成したのも兄だ。
Or in other words, brother Liu Yan was more active in politics and strove to raise the rebel army.
それに先日あの女と二人で少し話したがな。どうもあれは自分よりも兄の方を評価しているらしい。
When Saber says little chat, I imagine it was the time when I saw them in the inn at that surprise gathering.
兄の方が優れていたとご本人がそうおっしゃっていたのですか。
Saber shook her head.
いや、そう明言していたわけではない。私が言葉の端々からそう感じ取っただけだ。だがおそらくはこの推測は誤ってはおるまい。どうにもあの女は実績に比して自己評価が低いようだな。
あれだけのことをやっておいてか。よくわからないものだな。
There's a lot to it, and it's getting late. The hands of the clock had turned quite a bit. It's not quite closing time, but it would be useless to stay here. I still couldn't reveal Lushu's weakness, but I learned some interesting information. She's been called an emperor in spite of the fact that she became one, and the influence of her Ani was significant. There are still many mysteries, but I'm sure we're getting closer to the truth, to her truth. I haven't all shared what we learned yet. Let's gather at the apartment instead of the cafe tomorrow. We can have some more peace. Besides, if we think about it with everyone present, maybe we need to put something together. Emperor Guangwu, Lushu. I have some thoughts, but it's not enough yet. We need to keep researching and we're going to break our defense. Monday. To finish up at the school, I met the others in the apartment. Gathered here was Saber, Brynhild, Rama, Ziska, and my usual guest star. She appears as if it's perfectly normal for her to be here like this. Yesterday, there was a touch and go air, but she doesn't seem to be bothered at all. What if you call an emperor again, right here? It may be a little bit dangerous. We are like 80 feet tall, huh? But, I like to push people's buttons.
感化するのも心が潮時か。いい加減このままこやつを同席させるのは我々のデメリットが大きかろうな。
スカサハ、君までそんなこと言うのか？君とはいろいろと約束しただろう。
I'm about to call you emperor again if you don't leave. Promise?
こちらの話だ。仕方なかろう、リュウシュ。一応はお前と私たちは敵対関係なのだ。お前がここにいるのは問題なかろうが、我々にはある。どれだけ望もうが、ダメなものはダメだ。だが、それでもどうしてもこの会合に入り浸りたいというのなら、条件を出そうか。リュウシュ、お前がこちらの質問に全てまっとうに答えるというのなら、同席させるのもやぶさかではない。
Yuchi pouts slightly, then shrugs.
やれやれ。そもそも私はどんどん質問してくれっていつも言ってたつもりなんだけどな。無論、それで OK だ。この粒子、答えられることなら何なりと答えようとも。
ふむ。それでは早速我から聞こうか。
Bro, Ziska, you didn't do shit. Where were you yesterday? I guess she doesn't like reading. I guess someone probably give her the summary of what we learned, right?
おそらく最も重要だろうことについてだ。ぜひとも答えてもらおう。粒子、先日刃を交えた際、こちらの攻撃を一切受け付けなかったのはなぜだ？あれは何かしらの宝具によるか、それとも何かしらのスキルによる過去か。
This could strike the most important point without hesitation. Even so, that's surely the biggest mystery that supports Lushu. It's seeking for the defense. Because she has the absolute defense, she can keep herself safe. Even if she said, I didn't say anything, this can't be okay. How would she respond to that?
それは宝具によるものだね。
You answer so easily?
そりゃあ答えるよ。答えるって言ったじゃないか。私の幸運は我が宝具、赤福符によるもの。つまりこれだ。
She casually fishes a piece of paper from her bosom. It's a bright red Lingfu talisman. It tells writing a Fulu incantation.
これはね、私が玉座につくという店名が記されていた付録だ。この付録が記されたのはまだ私が一介の農民だった頃のことでね。河北で奔走した時に私の風変わりな駅舎の友人がこれを私に送った。ここには私の天運そのものがある。この天運の加護を受けているからこそ、あらゆる障害とみなされるものをなくすことができる。私がここで朽ちる運命にはないと。定められた運命には逆らえないと。つまりこれのおかげで私はとってもラッキーガールになっているということさ。まったく友人は持つべきものだよね。と言っても京香の方は私を友人だなんて思っていなかったかもしれないけれど。
King Hua. Right. We were talking about the cafe the other day. She had mentioned the name. So, Queen Hua. Sorry if I butchered these names, man. These names are real hard to pronounce, alright? Offered the political prophecy to Lushu in the form of Fulu inscription of Ling Fu talisman. However, with all that aside, Lushu, don't you think telling us it was a bit careless?
いや、それはともかく。
I said it many times before, although we fraternize like this, we do have a hostile relationship. By informing us you have a mandate, we can devise genuine countermeasures. Your victory can't be guaranteed. I get you.
ああ、それなら心配いらないよ。だって君たちがどんなに対抗策を練っても、結局は私が勝っちゃうからさ。
Unconditional consistency, she affirms in a nonchalant tone. Her attitude hasn't changed at all.
こうしてあっさりとばらすのは、それでも私が負けないって確信しているから。ただそれだけ。
抜け抜けと言ってくれるな。
でも、すごいです。敵である私たちに。ここまで多くの秘密を明かすのは、なかなかできることじゃないと思います。
うん、その通り。さすが軍縮殿であるな。
Suddenly, there was an alarming bang, and that what appeared was a drunken clown. What the? Levi, why are you doing here?
チャリというもので来た。
I don't care about how you get here, you.
見覚えのある方でしたから
Damn it, Ryko.
お入れしたのですけれど、すみません。もしかして良くなかったでしょうか。
Ryko just letting everybody in. No, well, it's alright. You don't have to be apologizing. If Ryko says it like that, there's nothing I can do. Levi speaks cheerfully, looking at me as I chew my words.
いや、さすがであるな、軍縮殿。それでこそ中国史きっての侠客である。己が不利になることも構わず、宝具の司祭を明かすその度量。敗北は見えぬと断ずるその不損。いかにも侠客にふさわしかろう。であればこそ侠客を探し求め、放浪しあちこちを遊行した我の道行きもまた浮かばれようもの。
Bro, this is hella hard to pronounce. It's not even pronounced Yoshia. What the fuck is this? Kokaku.
軍縮殿に並び立つ侠客。
Kokaku.
やはりそうそうあるまい。
Something like that. Levi nods with satisfaction. But what is it? Is it subtle nervousness or something? On the other hand, Lushu is neither joyous nor laughing. Instead, wearing an ambiguous expression. To be sure, I was amazed at Lushu's boldness. But now, I'm a little worried about Levi's words. Levi, your purpose is finding these kokaku. I think that's how I pronounce it. So did you travel around a lot when you were alive?
いかにもというか言わなかったか。我は旅をしては探していたのだよ。侠客たるものをな。
Kokaku.
いわば
God damn it, bro.
そうさな。今風に言えば侠客マニアと呼んでもらっても差し支えあるまい。
Kokaku. I'm gonna just pronounce it something like that, bro.
我にとって侠客は愛すべきもの。
Kokaku.
そして侠客たろうとする志はより愛すべきものであるゆえ、軍縮殿の行いはまさしく侠客。
Kyaku.
とはい
Oh,
え
fuck.
彼女に負けず
Kyokaku.
キレンらにもぜひ頑張ってもらいたいのだがな。
Kyokaku.
私たちは別に侠客になりたいわけじゃないのですけれど。
ダメだぞ、ブリュンヒルデ。言っても無駄だ。この酔っ払いが効くわけがない。
Kyokaku.
ご飯の支度は全員分でよろしいでしょうか。
Kyokaku.
は、よろしく頼む、奥方。
Stop fucking getting up in my wife's ass. Back up, Ziska. Huh. Why did you answer?
やれやれ。
Kyokaku.
またも騒がしくなってきたな。
Can't forget. In the end, questioning Lushu ended early. After that, it became like a dinner party, much like before. Everyone was enjoying homemade dishes made by Ryko, and friendly time passes. But in the near future, we're going to have a confrontation with Lushu in a dream field. Honestly, this is also ridiculous. But we finally understand Lushu's defense, which is a serious piece of good news. The Red Fulu Talisman, a treasure that blesses Lushu with a world-changing level of good luck. It would be impossible to defeat her without knowing her true identity. Information is invaluable in any war. Besides, it wasn't a waste to investigate reading books related to Lushu with everyone. After all, even the identity of the ability is known, the solution is a separate matter. We still need to devise countermeasures. What is most curious to me is how she hates being called Emperor. If I investigate the cause, something useful should turn up. Learning about her is rather simple in a way, at least considering.
また来ちゃった。
I'm getting used to it.
ついでというわけではないのですが、私からも質問してもいいでしょうか。お？ブリュンヒルデちゃんからも？いいよいいよ。さあ質問しておいで。いらっしゃい。記録によれば、リュウシンさんは今夜の戦いでたった数千人で数十万近い軍勢を破ったとあるんですが、これは本当なんですか？ご本人を目の前にして言うのも失礼なことだと思うんです。そんなにかしこまることはないよ、ヒルデちゃん。いいともいいとも、お姉さんがズバリお答えしちゃおう。そうだね。あれは全部事実なんだよ。
I was being the humble one.
それはなんというかすごいですね。
事実は小説よりもきなりだな。
It doesn't seem next to impossible. How's it possible in the first place? With us stunned, Lushu seemed to go somewhat anxious.
何その反応は。いや、勘違いしてほしくないんだが、謙遜とかではないんだぞ。本当に私なんて大したものでもないし、まぐれで勝てただけだし、あいつらの嫉妬を招いて。だいたい私よりも兄上の方が本当はすごいんだしたな。私なんて足元にも及ばない。自慢なんてできるはずがない。
Bro, con.
そうだとも。兄上に比べれば私など。
Without saying any more, Lushu looked down with a distant look in their eyes. This is what Saber must have meant. However, she immediately brightened her expression and laughed with a smile.
だが聞いてくれたことは嬉しい。ありがとう、ヒルデちゃん。私の答えに満足してもらえたかな？はい、ありがとうございます。
Has been her straightened up by answering. Lushu laughs again. We are enemies, but she just doesn't make me feel that way. And while we were while I was silently deliberating it, someone pulled at my sleeve curtly.
すまんマスター、少し話したいことがある。
You better do so elsewhere.
ああ。
Alright, sure thing. As Ziska requests, I went out to the lounge. We shouldn't be heard here. Shoes sound so familiar. It did to me too. She's well, he, or you know. So then what happened?
いや、現時点で何かあったわけではないのだが、一応マスターには報告すべきだろうと思ってな。今日我らが総動員で食材の買い出しに向かう奥方に付き合ったことはすでに知っていると思うが。
What? Right, you helped carry her bags, I guess. I'm very grateful for that. But did you actually occupy the whole supermarket?
それは良かった。だが、少し問題があったのだ。いえ、奥方自身の問題ではないのだ。
I don't like Ziska getting up on my wife like that, bro. You gotta back up, man.
スーパーで奥方と一緒に買い物をしている最中、どこからか視線のようなものを感じた。
Gaze. Zizka nods curtly.
はっきりとは分からなかった。だが気配のようなものを感じた。
Hey.
人目の多いスーパーだったからな。
You know, I just
残
realized
念ながらどこの誰なのかま
we
では
do
分か
have
ら
an
なかったが。
assassin. There is an assassin in this game. Well, besides the other guy, right? What's his name? Saito. Saito's an assassin in this game. But there's another assassin. I forgot about, what's her face? Fucking... the only lady. I forgot her name already.
た
They'll
だ
come back to me.
監視するような気配を感じ取ったのは確かだ。
Let me ask a question. This gaze you felt, was it focused on you or your troops or Ryko?
すまない。
I feel like she
そ
might
れ
become
は
my
微妙なと
assassin.
ころだ。金字塔都市を攻略しようとしているこちらたちの状況を鑑みれば、ごく常識的に考えて何者かの狙いは我らの方だろう。だが、奥方が目的だった可能性は決して否定できるものでもないだろうな。
I wonder. Suddenly something nags at me. Was that it's still September or when heading to the apartment from home with Ryko? That was that creepy little girl watching us. At the time, Ryko was suddenly afflicted by a terrible migraine, but... Zizka, when you felt that presence, how was Ryko? Was anything wrong with her?
いや、特に変わった様子は、そもそも奥方はその視線に気づいていないようだった。
Okay, I see. It is unrelated to the girl from before. No, there's no guarantee either way. Ryko experienced a bad headache last time. It's possible this time it was just a fluke, but that girl could have allies. Damn it. Thank you, Zizka. I appreciate you telling me about this.
奥方には世話になっている。この程度のことはな。
It's disturbing me, but for now, I can't help it. At best, I can only inform Ryko and ask her to be more careful. As a servant, Zizka can handle trouble, but Ryko can't do that. Please be more mere chance for once. Let this be in my head. We haven't seen The Witch in forever either. See, this person has like very straight hair and a sword hilt. We gotta go look for someone straight hair and a sword hilt. We didn't see Zizka until the end, right? We saw like Zizka like one time in the chapter, but then you really see her in uniform at least at the end. So I guess we won't know to the end. It's Tuesday, a new month has come. Goodbye, Instructor Emiya. I'll see you later. Recover on your way home. The lectures at school are already over. I would like to immediately consider methods to deal with Lushu abilities. We've been researching for days. Everyone has individual plans today, so we won't be gathering. Homeward bound, I suppose. I get into my car and got on my way. But I was motivated to stop before returning to the Sky Mansion. Stop by where? Supermarket. The dream field is clearly still expanding. That doesn't mean the Dongguan Hills itself is enlarging. The distortion is growing. There's increased common perception that dream field exists. We may not have much time as I thought. At first, I had to go to the area around Dongguan Hills to see it. I shouldn't have been able to clearly recognize the bounds of the dream field from here. Now, almost the entire downtown area of the metropolitan area is being encroached upon, and her dream field expand as it is. It won't be long before the Great Pyramid reacts. Lushu, her actions cannot go unchecked.
およ、誰かと思えば君か。どうしたんだい？
I was caught from behind. It's definitely Lushu as I turn around. What happened? She's covered in dirt. Not her limbs, but her clothes are also covered with soiled. I was surprised at the unrefined appearance. Let me guess, she was playing with kids at the park. As I looked at her in surprise, she laughed.
ああ、これかい？いや、ちょっと着替える前でね。すまないね。汚れた姿で声をかけてしまって。
Damn, you're filthy. But it's a clean white t-shirt. Hey, if she says she's filthy, I'll buy it. Pretty filthy, right? No, that's fine. But why are you so messy? Did you invite yourself into a ditch or something?
ひどい言いようだな。私がそこらで転んでドブに突っ込む間抜けに見える？
Yes.
ちょっと近くの畑でお手伝いしてきたんだ。今はその帰りだったというわけさ。このビルは私の家代わりだからね。
Okay. She was farming. See, what I had in my image is when I saw that white t-shirt, it reminds me of Saber. You remember, I think it was Hollow Antaraxia or some shit like that. Saber playing soccer with the neighboring kids. That shit was tight. It failed. You were helping?
町外れには米や野菜を育ててる農家があるんだよ。ただ中にはおばあさん一人でやっている家もあって、ちょっと大変そうだったから見ていられなかったんだ。それからかな、ちょこちょこ農作業の手伝いをさせてもらっている。私の趣味でもあるしね。
I like this outfit more. With the other outfit, right? I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind. She seems a little embarrassed as she laughs. I was gonna say in the other outfit, it doesn't look like she's wearing a bra. So her... I already fucking said, I didn't even click. I laughed. My bad. Bro. Her other outfit. Let's just say her chest is lower. Alright, without me trying to offend her. But with this outfit, it seems like she's like probably wearing like a bra, so like it lifts. I kind of like it when it's like lifting because it looks more, well, nicely shaped. Okay. Sorry, I knew you were a farmer, but honestly, I didn't imagine you would help farm to this day.
それはまだまだ私への理解が甘かったようだね。
It's like she's wearing a bra.
君がどう思っていたのか知らないが、私は何よりも一番土いじりが好きな女だよ。可能ならいつだって土を耕し、堆肥をまき、少しずつ育つ緑色の葉を眺めていたかった。そういう人間さ。
With obvious pride, Lushu speaks cheerfully. I take in her figure once more. You really aren't fond of being, well, off the throne? She blinks.
無論だよ。だって興味ないしね。
She didn't try to threaten me.
選ばれたからには仕方ないけれど、それは別にやりたいことではない。より適した人だって言ったし。
He was a more suitable person? Your brother?
もちろんだとも。
Hee-ho! Lushu groans a little as she sits down on the bench near the entrance of the building. Following suit, I attentively sit down next to her.
これは以前も言ったけれど、私が挙兵することを決めたのは兄がいたからなんだ。もともと私は政治に興味は全然なかった。土をいじってそこで育つ野菜を見られればそれだけで満足だから。
They should give her a farmer outfit. Dang. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of like a farmer outfit with this outfit. It's this bracelet though, right? Kind of throws me off. The belt too. I guess the white tee could be a farmer girl's outfit. They could have give her, I don't know, what would be a country girl outfit? This seems more like city girl to me, right? They should have went with more country girl. But what would be country girl? You talking about like flannels? Whatever it's called. I think they should have let her braid her hair. I think braided hair. And they could have given her the mama jean, bro. The mama jeans with a white tee. They could keep the white tee, but replace the black pants with mama jeans. I think that would be more farming. Yeah, braided hair, mama jeans, loose to red jacket.
だが、そんなことを考えていた私を叱ったのが兄上だったんだ。
Sure, you're a mediocre person who's only interested in the dirt. If you overlook evil and don't strive to achieve a world where people live as human beings, then what's the point? Your life there would be useless in the end. Wang Mang is a tyrant devoid of virtue, an usurper. Newly created ordinances of folly. You see it, don't you? The people are suffering from the culminated tyranny. But are those limitations not reflected in your eyes? It's a funny story. A Louis clan member who doesn't understand that should you go, well, I could never forgive such a thing. Listen, don't be cowardly, Shu. If you turn your back on the government misdeeds, as Louis Yun, I swear to you, I will never forgive it.
結局同盟関係にあたるリー氏も立つということで、そのまま兄に説得されて私たちは挙兵することを決めた。そこから紆余曲折があって、なぜか私が玉座につくことになったわけだけど、それはいいか。そういうわけで兄上の存在がなかったら私は玉座になどついていないのさ。まず間違いなく玉座につくのは兄上の方がふさわしかったよ。何しろ私はやる気のない凡庸だったわけだからね。兵を率いたのは兄上がいてこそ。兄上の言葉はきっと思えば私にとっての天命の通達に等しかったんだろうね。それは選ばれてしまったがゆえのこと。逆らうことはありえない。天命とは、天運とは、運命とはそういうことだ。つまるところ、本来なら兄上こそが皇帝にふさわしかったと思っているよ。私はね、兄上を敬愛しているんだ。
She speaks proudly in her nostalgia.
犠牲の痛みを恐れず突き進むその強さを私は尊敬している。その瞳の力強さを、その懐の深さと恐ろしさに敬意を抱いている。だから兄上が玉座に座るべきだった。そうに違いないのに。いや、もう全くもって天とはよくわからないものだよ。ま、とは言っても繰り返すようだが天命は絶対だ。仕方ない。だから私は祭りごとを続けた。そういう感じさ。と、すまない。ずいぶん無駄な自分語りをしてしまった。気を悪くしてしまったかな。
Very offended. Not really. I wouldn't say that at least. Rather, I'm glad to hear the story. How important her anyway is to her, how undesired the throne was. And by hearing from her, I afforded a greater understanding. I'm not quite sure what to say. For one who held no desire for the throne to be such a great emperor. At the time, she wanted little to do with the throne, but heaven's will is it. As a farmer, she was happy to tend the soil, but privilege was bestowed upon her. Yet it was no different from a burden. Her life fate was steered by heaven's will, or so-called heavenly mandate, and over Fatazza embodies that, the red Fulu talisman. And then, what should I do with this information?
おや、日が沈みそうだな。もう遅い時間だ。君も家に帰るといい。が、ところで、明日も遊びに行くからね。構わないだろ。
Tell her you mind. You can't come over. We're trying to kill you. Never mind. You can come over. Just do it. I already know you'll do as you please anyway. Hearing my response, she chuckles with a smile. Tomorrow we will all meet again. Hopefully, we can make some progress. That is true. I guess she'll come over. I think this is her. I'll take that back.
来ちゃった。
It's just her and her battle uniform. You see, in this outfit, her chest hangs low. Probably because she's not wearing a bra. Right? I guess this is kind of like a bra. Not really. And the other outfit, her chest is like more shapely, whatever, right? That's because she was probably wearing a bra in the other outfit. That's the comparison I was making. Why does this keep happening?
来ちゃった。
It's a double event. Well, it's no use now.
今更ではあるが、これで良いわけでもなかろう。見ろ、こいつらの様子を。
In response to Saber's sigh, I also rest my face in my hand. We assembled in the apartment after I finished work, and of course, Lushu and Levi joined us. And the pair of them are 3 sheets to the wind. I don't know when or where they started, but by the time they made their way here, they were already piss drunk. And now... Hey, get away from Bryn. I guess I can't save her. You're on your own, Bryn. I only protect my wife, Ryko. Lushu apparently has an affectionate drunk. Is glop onto Brynhild and stroking her hair. That's weird as hell, dude. She just stroking her hair for no reason. I'll be alright. Brynhild looks about restlessly. Her burn clearly lost, but she is held firmly in place by Lushu.
いやー、ヒルデちゃんを見ていたらレイカを思い出してね。本当にいい子だね、ヒルデちゃんは。ありがとうございます。
リホは
こやつの嫁だ。2人目だったな、確か。
Damn.
1人目が覚醒痛、
Second Empress.
2人目が因縁化だったはずだな。
She had a harem. Yin Lihua, a childhood sweetheart and Lushu's first love. On the other hand, Gua Xingtong was introduced by the way of political marriage during the rebellion. But Lushu seemed to have amicable terms with the both of them.
それにしてもヒルデちゃんはいい子だね。
おお、文宿殿のブリョンヒルデ殿への可愛がり方、さすがの胸郭っぷりであるな。
About the situation is so chivalrous.
かつてなく強引な持ち上げ方だな。
何を言う。誰あろうとめでる態度こそ胸郭らしいではないか。
そうか。
いや、私全然胸郭らしくないでしょ。
ご謙遜なさるな文宿殿。貴殿ほどの胸郭は他にいまい。
果たしてそうかな。私はそう思わないけどな。ねえねえ、ヒルデちゃんはどう思う？私ですか？
文宿殿に及ぶ胸郭はまずおるまいて。
そんなことないよね。飲みすぎたかな。
Enough. Both of you need to be quiet. We're actually trying to get something done here. You're being far too noisy. Annoyed at bat, Lushu's arms off of Brynhild and grabbed the arms of a pair of drunken clowns, dragging them to the sofa. Sleep here. They began complaining, but I just tuned it out and returned to the others with a sharp exhale.
そういえばマスター、少し気になったことがある。
What happened?
最近僕たちが利用している例の喫茶店のことだ。
This sort of asked the quiet owner. What's it called? El Molino di Viento, right?
最近個人的にあの店を利用したんだがな。その時妙なことを感じた。
ほう、どういうことだ。詳しく話してみよう。
いや、それが僕にもよくわからないんだ。サーバントとしての気配を感じたのはほんの一瞬だけ。 しかも周囲にそれらしい人物はいなかった。店内の席にかけていた時、例のサーバントの一人斎藤はじめが店の中にやってきてな。店主といくつか会話した後出て行った。サーバントの気配を感じたのはその時のことだ。つまり斎藤はじめと誰かもう一人別のサーバントの気配の2人分を感じ取ったということだな。
Alright, that's pretty good. 2, I mean, applying Occam Razor, do we think that the shop owner is a servant?
あの店主がサーバントだと見るのは早計だし、安易だろう。
Saber conscious sharply.
あの店主がもしサーバントなのだとすれば、その気配をこれまで我々が感じ取っていないはずがない。単にラーマが店外にいる何者かのサーバントの気配を感じ取ったという可能性はある。
確かにスカサ派の言う通りだな。もし本当にサーバントなら我々が気づかないはずがない。確認だが、ラーマ、感じ取ったのは確かに2人分の気配なんだな。
見損なうな。さすがにそれを間違ったつもりはない。
例えばアストルホさんが店の外にいたとかはないのでしょうか。
Is that it? Satohi Hajime and Staffel are both members of the Kokaku Alliance. Saito and Hajime was talking to the shop owner's side, so it's possible that Staffel was waiting outside for him.
結論は出んな。今のところは頭に留めておく程度でよかろう。それより龍州の宝具赤福符が明らかになったのだ。ここでもう一度奴のサラスに挑んでみるのも悪くないと思うが、どうだ？
I don't mind. We still need a plan if we don't want to be defeated again.
案ずるな。天命をもとに奴を守護する宝具なのだとすれば、要はその元となるものを奪えばいいだけの話だ。そしてその元となるものを我々はすでに知っているはずだろう。
So the goal is to somehow steal her talisman. Lushu revealed the physical form of this Novitasm. So the theory is, if it's stolen, she can't use it. That's fine, but how do we apply that idea?
試験だが、あの宝具は実物として物理的に存在しているものだ。つまり、奴が所持する概念、加護そのものというわけではなかろう。あの強力さだ。龍州が手にしていなければ発動しないといった制約があったとしても何ら不思議ではない。であれば対概念の衝突、自称階級などの大それた策をわざわざ講じる必要もあるまい。最も単純な手段として第一に不意をつく、第二に防ぎきれぬほど一斉に襲いかかり奪う、それだけだ。とはいえその攻めがどこまで通じるかも未知数だ。明日の攻略はそれらを確かめるためにもやっておくべきだろう。
なるほど。我からは依存ない。
私も大丈夫だと思います。
僕も異論ない。
Alright, it's the plan. Tomorrow we'll go to Dongguan Hills and confront Lushu again. Our goal is to at least gauge her Novitasm performance. Ideally, we can disarm her treasure, her red talisman, defeat her as it is. Even if we can't, observing how she uses it will help all the same.
よし。では明日、また集まるとしようか。
Saber words seemed to conclude things, and we all nod. We each start to get back to whatever else we have to do.
マスター、少しいいか？
Is this about?
ああ、今日も総動員で奥方に付き合って買い出しに行ったのだが、今日は奥方といる際に特に何も感じなかった。しかし奥方をマンションまで送り届けてから一度我らだけで外に出てみたのだが、その際には
You feel like you were being watched again?
もしかしたら狙いは我の方なのかもな。
Even though she agreed to the servant contract with me, the fact remains that she's the head of the Seal Children. Maybe someone from another group is aiming for her. In any case, it can be assumed that the possibility that Ryko is being targeted has diminished. Not that I'm in a hurry to get careless. Alright, thank you for reporting. For the time being, please keep an eye on Ryko, but you be careful too.
分かっている。マスターと奥方こそ気をつけてくれ。
After that, Ziska rolls her neck before hoisting the drunken Lushu and Levi over her shoulder and departs Sky Mansion. Ryko is in the living room, I think. Ryko, it's their time to talk. I call to her, and after she confirms, I explain what I heard from Ziska. That someone might be watching her occasionally, and that while Ziska is the more likely target, Ryko should still be careful. I try to explain it calmly as possible, but I don't skip any details this time.
まあ怖いですね。そんなことになっているのですか。ですけれど、ええ、私についてはご心配いりません。
Well, maybe so, but still. The target's probably Ziska. I wonder if my worries about Ryko are unfounded, but...
お買い物をしていただけですし、そもそも気のせいかもしれません。マンションからはスーパーも近いですし、ご安心ください。それに今日も皆さん、美味しそうに料理を召し上がってくださいましたもの。やめるわけにはいきません。私も皆さんのお手伝いをしたいのですから。
Yeah, well, of course, I know that. Ryko's being strangely stubborn, but I've been overthinking things nearly non-stop. It's hard to say anything for certain.
それに、このまま私だけのけ者にされるなんて。
Ryko?
いえ、何でもありません。
I felt like she was saying something while I was in thought. Is it just me? Well, alright, then shall we retire early for today?
はい、あなた。
In preparation for tomorrow, it would be wise to get some extra rest. Okay. So they're gonna fight Lushu today. Oh, everyone's already here. Hold on. We may have to fight her. Upon arriving, I look around Dongwon Terrace Square, the chosen meeting place. The others had already gathered. I hurry over.
来たか。
I'm sorry, I was a little late. Is everyone here? Before me stands Rama, Brynhild, Saber, and Ziska, as well as...
うん。貴殿が最後だったな。
意外とのんびり屋さんだね。君は
Why are you guys here? No, never mind.
なんでとはまた妙なことを言う。我ら胸郭血盟と貴殿らは同盟関係にあろう。うちいるのであれば当然だ。
すみません。今朝偶然お会いしたストルホさんに今日のことをお話ししたら、結局二人ともついてきてしまって。
Today's our second confrontation with Lushu. It won't matter to get in the way.
まあいいんじゃないか。同盟は事実だ。竜州と一緒に竜州の対策会議するよりはまともだ。
Is that so? Well, at any rate, it'll be helpful if you would actually cooperate, will you?
無論、そのつもりだ。我も今日はまだ酒を飲んでおらぬ。
Great, keep at it at least until we leave the building.
無駄話はその辺にしておけ。すでに竜州もおろう。さっさとビルに向かうぞ。と言いたいところだが。
I was sure she'd end up with a statement that pulls it all together, as always, but the unusual look on Saber's face is concerning.
野暮用ができた。どうやら私は同行できぬようだ。
That's unusual. To leave at the last minute, on top of missing a fight like this.
一つ懸念事項があってな。念のための確認だ。見送るぐらいはしてやる。竜州の宝具については後で聞かせるがいい。
I'd like to clarify that for starters. I don't think Lushu can be handled if we're down to a fighter.
もちろん勝利することを願っているさ。だがあれはそこまで甘くあるまい。あくまで今日は偵察と割り切っておけ。では失礼するぞ。また後でな。
She turned on her heel decisively, her hair trailing behind her as she disappears around the street corner, presumably to her bike. Well, what Saber said is the truth of it. Come on, let's check out Lushu and emphasize him today. Everyone nods in unison. Somehow, in some way, I need to find the next step. And soon. Lushu Dreamfield is even clearer than before. Citizens also seem to be starting to perceive the anomaly surrounding this area. If on my way here, I noticed residents talking and observing the border of the Dreamfield. If it expands at the current rate, it won't be long before it'll be reported on TV, just as Brynhild was. But there would be significantly less confusion than there was with Brynhild. Since people are going to be under the effect, we can't afford to relax. We need to hurry. It's gonna walk. I suggest that Lushu isn't here. Looking around, she is nowhere to be seen. There seems to be no sign of her at all.
これは玉座
All that we found was a throne. I don't think she was here recently. She must have already been elsewhere when we first arrived. When I reached out and touched the throne, at that moment my vision was swallowed by darkness. Why? Why did this happen? Why such a thing? I have no regrets. There's no pain. Of course there's no pain. But why is that? The view overlooking is dark. The sight of the people on the street below flows with blood. The price of freedom, people happiness. They are my treasure, as well as the time devoted to them. The world is beautiful, and the smiling faces of the people are happy are more dazzling than any treasure. There can be no remorse to their achievement. The more I lament, mourning my deeds, the more even so, I'm not so foolish as to regret the choices I made. There were no mistakes, nothing was wrong, nothing. Nevertheless, however, because of I changed so much. I changed my heart so much. Yes, why? Why? A beloved and shining emperor gazed overlooking subject, the ideal ruler led by the people, the soul of the closed-minded one we reigned in. I'm sure I won't show it to anyone. The days of Kai Yang will never return. The days when I loved the story and plants will never. Yes, the price is for me. My conscience suddenly returns. What the hell was that just now?
おい、どうした？大丈夫か？何かあったのか？
Mama, just now, did you see that?
今の？お前、何か見たのか？多分僕たちは何も見ていないが。
Mama turned to face and ask the others, but Brynhild and Ziska seemed to be just as lost. Was I the only one?
何かあったのか？
No, I think it's a memory of her past or something. I'm confused by the memory. It felt unlike her. When compared to the woman we met, it was so... No, it is possible that's what she's really feeling.
とにかくリュウシュウちゃん、ここにいないみたいだし、
But...
今日のところは諦めた方がいいんじゃない？
Aren't we on the first floor? We're gonna give up.
椅子しかないのに、ここにいても仕方ないでしょ？
Bruh, we're just on the first floor. Agreed. There will be more opportunities, so let's go back for now. I guess because Saber's not here, we're too scared. We need Saber. They gave up after the first floor. Due to Lushu's absence, we quickly returned to the Sky Mansion. Damn, what do I tell Saber? She's gonna get pissed. What the? There was a cell phone in the apartment mail slot. It has power, but there's no password. Furthermore, it was a signal, meaning there's a SIM card in it. For a moment, I questioned if it was a magical tool with abilities, but no, apparently not. Did someone place it here mistakenly? Or who puts a smartphone in a mail slot? If so, I can only think of that someone placed it here intentionally. However, there's no information of the owner. I don't like this. When I entered my room, no one was there. Ryko should be here somewhere.
どうやら買い出しに出たようだな。ほら。
Ramen hands over a memo written on a small piece of paper. It says, I'm going to buy some food. I'll be back before dinner. My eyes dart to the clock. The time is 6:51 in the evening. I'll be back before dinner. I think it's a little late. I set the mail phone in my hand. I really don't like this.
マスター、どうかしたのか？
Ziska, today, did you feel that gaze at all?
今日か？いや、特には。マスター、奥方に何か？
I don't know. It seemed that she went to the store.
何？どうしたの？ そんな深刻そうな顔して。
考えすぎじゃないのか？どうせすぐに戻ってくるだろ
いつもですともう食事を作っていますよね。
杞憂という言葉もある。今しばらく待ってみてはどうだ？
Right, of course. The word just has me on. The moment I spoke, the phone began to buzz. Naturally, everyone looked at another before settling on me. The screen shows that there's an unidentified call. The vibration notification does not seem to stop. This call seems intentional, then. This is, do I answer? For all intents and purposes, it's someone else's phone. With some hesitation, Levi places a hand on my shoulder.
出るべきだろう。我には何か意図がありそうに思える。
う。いや、確かにそれはそうかもしれないが。
I agree with what Levi says. Rama, there's no reason not to. It's the right thing to do if the phone got lost. And no use wondering. I tapped the call button. Hello? You seem to arrive properly. Are you Shiro Emiya? The moment I heard the voice over the receiver, I felt a chilling wave fall over me. The other person already knows my name. The fact alone gradually turns more conjecture into dreadful conviction. Apparently a voice changer is being used. It's hard to tell whether it's a man or a woman. Intense anxiety is making my legs uneasy. It feels like the bottom of my stomach fell through. This person, they're definitely... No, focus, damn it. I don't talk. If I don't talk, I won't learn anything. So how is it? Did you find a suitable Shiro Emiya? Right. And what's happening right now? Do you grasp it? What are you on about? In the first place, who are you? By now you should notice your precious beloved is not there with you. Do you understand? The hell do you do with Ryko? I felt like I violently grabbed by the heart. My hand trembled as I held the phone. My voice was unsteady. Good, don't be such a hurry. It's alright, you see. You can rest assured. The woman's safe. Here, let me hear your voice.
あなた、聞こえていますか？あなた。
Ryko! The stress in her voice makes my teeth clench. That's enough, that what does he say? Don't bullshit me, what you do to her? What did I do? You'll understand this poor. Wasn't it stated that safe? She was protected by me. And as you heard, she is quite safe. Protected. Did he use protection? That asshole! They're saying what they please. I bite my lip, feeling my blood is boiling. What is your attention? Attention? Over the line, I recognize the sort of sound of laughter. As it happened, the supermarket is where I met her. When that mob attacked us, I protected without overlooking. Nothing more, nothing less. You're the same. Wouldn't you help someone in need when you saw them? Or you just helping a fellow humans out? Intention is not what I called it. But it would appear that you rather strongly disagree. Could it be? What is it? Could it be you? Do you believe what I've done something wrong? For example, that's right, Fufu, kidnapping or something? Damn, okay, so what? What do you want? Money? Oh dear, don't worry. Something like that. I never said a thing about that. I said earlier, this is merely our protection we're discussing. I'm not asking for money. Then what? It's not it. They're serious. Well, then why the hell? Right, I would tell you presently, the police is not to be contacted, and you prefer magic tricks are rendered useless than useless. The concealment is absolute. Locating me is impossible. Do not attempt it. Didn't know I'm a mage. At this rate, it's not illogical to assume that we're the servants as well. Then what did you call me? I presume that cute little stunt with the phone was your doing? Why? You have protected her, and I want to return her to you. That's the decision. What? Naturally, to protect her from the mob in good faith. What the heroic deed done is quite reasonable to return it. But then, then I said I don't need money. That's right. If you really want to offer reward money to me for that good deed, that's a different story. It can't be helped, so the money would be accepted. This guy seriously pissed me off. Such a playful thing was said for the sake of it. In the end, it's just about money. And how much are you expecting? Now say a woman named Raikou just happened to be protected by me and expect a reward. And you still misunderstanding? The choice to offer money is of your own violation, isn't it? Therefore, you can't decide the amount you want to offer. What the hell are you playing at? My head is flashing with this crap. I can't hide my temper. This bastard has been talking nonsense. What are you saying? In other words, I'm supposed to just choose the ransom? You're kidding me. Such a stupid kidnapping. Well, it would be difficult to make up your mind on the spot. Time would be given. Tomorrow, let's talk again at the same time. Smartphone should be kept on. Until then. Tomorrow, wait, you. I called out, but it was too late. Only the sound of the deadline answers me. Damn it.
何があったんだ？
Rama. It's not just Ron, but everyone around me looks nervous. At the very moment I heard the sound of the door open.
戻ったぞ。うん。全員いるようだな。
私も一緒だぞ。いやー、私と戦うつもりだったんだって。すまないね。ちょっと不在にしてて。って、おや？
The two quickly noticed something is off. If we change the continents, Saber fixed her piercing gaze on me.
何があった？
Well, to be blunt, everyone gathered around me. Explain everything about the call, sparing no detail.
なるほど。誘拐か。なんと。
The facial expression of Lushu and Saber have become stern. Ryko has been kidnapped. I know it's abnormal, however, it doesn't feel real. There is only a feeling of raging impatience. How did I allow this? I was receiving reports from my allies, yet I was naive. It is entirely my responsibility.
そう自分を責めるな。そんなことは誰も望んでおらぬ。
Saber.
気になるのは次の連絡時刻だな。
そうだ、僕もそれが気になっていた。そいつは明日また連絡すると言っていたのは間違いないのか？
Right.
それはあまりに奇妙だな。金が目的だとすればさっさとことを運ぶべきだ。明日と言わず1時間もすれば答えは出る。なのになんであえて明日に？そんなことをすれば奥方を連れた自分が見つかってしまうリスクが増すだけだ。脅迫による身代金が目的なら合理的じゃない。
それに、そもそもあえて保護したなんて言ったり。
Did I put on speaker?
何なんでしょう
I
か。
guess they heard that.
実際にはお金が目的だとしても、そのわざわざお金が目的じゃないなんていう理由
脅迫じゃないという建前にすれば罪に問われないっていう算段があるからなんじゃないか。まあ行為として脅迫していることは間違いないから、いくら強弁しようとも罪には問われるはずだ。
There you go. But the opponent is likely to be a magician, considering I don't think the police are a viable option.
そうなんだよな。そこが僕にもわからない。その誘拐犯が何を考えているのか。そもそも金が目的というのも疑わしいくらいだ。
If you're holding for a ransom, it makes no sense to go say you can decide the amount of ransom. Excuse me. But they insist on going through the charade of calling it rewarding money. It's about money. I'll leave them out now. Does it fit at all? What on earth are you really kidnapping Raikou for?
何にせよ、誘拐などという犯罪行為を決して見過ごすわけにはいかない。
Her words sounded colder than ever, as if spoken with dignity of an emperor.
犯罪を見過ごせば、おごった犯罪者は罪をただ重ねる。そこには一片の得もありはしない。犯人の捜索は私も手伝うぞ。構わないな。
You could only help if you become my servant. I wish he says that. That would make things so much easier, but you know. I felt a strong will from her words, and I remember something I read while researching her the other day. When she was alive, leading into the Eastern later Han dynasty, it seems that bandits and criminals ran rampant in her world. Surely her relatives have been well aware of the threats posed by the criminals. Her wife, excuse me if I butchered this, Li Hua, mother and younger brother are said to have been abducted and killed by bandits. In other words, the kidnapping which resulted in their deaths. Criminals must be abominable to Lushu, earning their ear of such a seemingly benevolent woman. There's no wonder she exudes such an energy now.
軍縮殿だけではないぞ。無論、我ら侠客決命も支援は惜しまぬ。誘拐などという下道、見過ごすわけにはいくまい。アストルフォ殿も構わぬであろ
う。もちろんだよ。誘拐なんて見過ごせない。僕もヒポグリフに乗って空から探すよ。
Thank you. I'm glad for the assistance. If Ryko can be released safely, I consider every possibility. I need to figure out the best decision. But I know that I shouldn't think about it, not at a time like this, but even so, there's one thing I can't get out of my head. And that would be the shrinking time frame we have to defeat Lushu. Defeating Lushu is not an easy task, clearly, but that's been well established. Her red Fulu talisman Novitas brings absolute fortune in the form of mandate heaven. We need to remove it in order to get past its defense. Of course, leaving Raiko's situation alone is absolutely impossible. However, Lushu Dreamfield is expanding, and we can't ignore that for long. If it continues on like this, it has been, it will soon reach the central part of Pyramid City, and if that happens, it will be a high probability Lushu and her field will disappear. But Lushu is absolutely confident in Heavenly Mandate, and scared to wait a little won't do anything. Things aren't looking good. As a matter of fact, we're getting within spitting distance of hopeless. And to get back to Ryko, but we also need to manage to defeat Lushu. So we have to somehow manage both. But can that even be done? At least not simultaneously. Ha! As I think, a rogue thought makes its way into my mind. Are those two really unrelated? No, that's no basis for the idea, but I learned to be very skeptical like a Venus, haven't I? If you're looking for something to believe in chance, could multiply things that drive me so far really just happen at exactly the time needed for them to power up like this? Maybe. But during the Holy Grail War, I don't know. Damn it, if there's a connection between defeating Lushu and Ryko being kidnapped, I can't think of it. It's no more than a feeling, but connecting the two. There's no clear link anyway. Am I just deluding myself?
どうした？何か思いついたのか？
No, I was a little lost in thought. It's nothing. I shake my head to clear my thoughts. Right now, there's no time to ponder unfounded delusions. Anyway, I have to decide what to do about tomorrow. First of all, I need to prepare. In my head, I add the amount of money to the multiple accounts we have.
お前はとにかく資金繰りをしろ。私たちはその間、ライコを探す。
Got it, thank you. I decided to gather money. The rest of the group was looking for Ryko Trail, as Saber said. I got no choice but to shelve dealing with Lushu for now. My main concern is saving Ryko. Ryko's been kidnapped. What do we do? Do we save her? I guess that's the obvious thing. The next day, everyone's gathering at Sky Mansion again. We got together early in the morning. I was forced to take a day off for this. Everyone wears a stern expression. Of course, I imagine my own expression is rather stressed. With the help of the Severin Kokaku Alliance, a search to find Ryko whereabouts was launched, but nothing turned up. It seemed that Levi and the others who also asked at the supermarket there was no witnesses. Magic is likely in fact. But on the other hand, a rush between banks in order to scrape some money together for this damn ransom is already. A considerable amount of cash stored in a silver case. Lifting it is heavy.
そろそろ九段の時刻だな。
Everyone's gathered in the room. Saber, Brynhild, Zama, Siska, as well as Lushu, Levi, and Astolfo. Everyone stares at the smartphone placed on the table. And the vibration of the smartphone buzzes, an unidentified caller. I glance at Saber and the others and accept the call. Hello? Things seem to be progressing properly. A mechanical voice distorted by a voice changer, the same as before. Considering the situation, put the call on speaker. Everyone here can hear the conversation this time. Did you sleep well yesterday? Have you been eating? What, that bastard, are you trying to piss me off? None of that matters, Ryko. Had better be safe. But of course, did you want to hear a voice? When asked, I silently look at everyone. Rama and the others nod to varying degrees. Only Saber wore a stern and unchanging expression, but she eventually turns her head slightly to the side with a tiny shrug. She's leaving the decision to me. I don't want to hear her voice. I think she's safe. Never mind, put her on! Understood. It's silent, what happened?
あなた
What the fuck? You think Raiko's doing this herself? After a few tense of seconds, I hear a voice. Ryko, you're right. You don't think... You think the silhouette's Ryko? No fucking way. I think the silhouette might be Ryko. It has long hair and a sword hilt. But Ryko's sword has like a foxtail or some shit, right? Some shit. It has like a tail. I don't think that's Ryko's silhouette. Are there any injuries?
はい無事です 安心なさってください。どこも怪我はありません。
That's I'm relieved. A tone of my voice seems much calmer than it was yesterday. It hurts my heart a little. There are so many questions I have, but getting overly emotional or prying might endanger her. Instead, I should put her at ease and tell her that I'll definitely get her back. But before doing anything else, Ryko responded in her calm
あな
voice.
た、お願いですから、あまりご心配なさらないで。私はとにかく大丈夫ですから。
Okay.
それよりも、あなたこそ気をつけて。
Ryko.
すみません。これ以上はダメのようです。電話を代わりますね。
Doesn't a silent seconds pass again before an inorganic voice speaks? Did you feel a little relieved? The woman would be returned to you. This time would be, should we make it the same time tomorrow? The preferred delivery method is at your discretion. When this woman makes it back to you, money being rewarded to me would be a surprise. What the hell are you saying now? Scott doing this crap on purpose. Money would be a surprise, cute. Absolute idiocy. If I could get her back first, there would be no incentive to pay a ransom. Right, if Raikou, the hostage, is returned, there's no need for obligations for me to pay the kidnapper. This person couldn't honestly mean what they said, that I'll pay them some kind of obligatory reward money. Either way, I don't think this kidnapper is that stupid. Normally the money would have been exchanged first. I don't get this person. What's wrong? Don't tell me you weren't listening. I can't have particularly distressed at the situation. I had to respond. No, it's just, are you really going to return her? That's the thought. And so, what do you think? Or do you want me to hand her off? Is it really okay to be specify it? What if it somehow endangers Ryko further?
ではこちらから指定させてもらおう。
Saber cuts and calmly joined the negotiation without any hesitation.
場所は商店街の中央交差点。明日の同じ時刻だ。それで問題ないな。
Very well then, but put the money in the case and Shido shall carry it. The condition is that no one else approaches. When the time is right, I'll contact that phone once more. Don't forget to bring everything, Shido. After confirming the conditions, your warning shall be returned. Well then, see you tomorrow. Click. The call is disconnected. I'm getting tired. I feel heavy.
一体どういうつもりなのだ。
わからないが、とにかくライコーが無事でよかった。奇妙なことは多かったが、悪いことばかりではないさ。はい、
Is she safe?
思ったよりもずっと元気そうに聞こえました。
そうだな。その点は良かったことだろう。それとどう転ぶかわからんが、結果的に受け渡し方法を指定できたこともな。
けどさ、本当に商店街でよかったの？あそこって結構人通り多いでしょ？見失ったら大変じゃない？
相手は魔術師の可能性が高いんだ。人目があれば魔術師は魔術を使えない。そちらの方が重要だ。
そうだな。もし見逃したとしても、その時はアストルフォ殿がヒポグリフに乗って見つけてくれると信じている。
そういうことか。よーし、僕絶対見逃さないよう頑張るよ。
I really do appreciate this. It's encouraging of you to say so.
いいんじゃないか。腑に落ちない部分は多いが、今のところそれしかなさそうだ。
Yeah. I nodded. I couldn't get rid of my anxiety. The kidnapper bizarre behavior sticks with me, even if I'm just over the phone. Something isn't quite right, beyond the obvious. I just can't see the point of it all.
とにかく他にできることは明日に備えること。そしてライコーの足跡をつかむために聞き込みをすることだろう。特にお前は体を休めておけ。明日こそが本番だ。肝心な時に動けないようでは話にならぬぞ。
Yeah, I know that. This kidnapping is not just a kidnapping, but counting a famed legend is something only I can do. And she's right, I need to be ready for tomorrow. Hang in there, Ryko. We gotta solve a kidnapping, dude. Oh. It's about 10 minutes until the designated time. I'm currently near the shopping district, just waiting for the time to come. Yesterday, I had decided what to do. Naturally, I'm here to exchange the ransom for Ryko. My job is to carry the cash case and head to the rendezvous. Meanwhile, the others are sparsely arranged outside the center of the shopping district. It's not perfect, but it should be difficult to sneak past the perimeter. However, the other party is still a bizarre unknown variable. It's an eerie trait where I don't know what they'll do. But even so, with this many people helping to achieve Ryko, I can't make a fool of myself.
肩の力を抜かぬか愚か者。
Damn. Saber's in the car. I just noticed it's raining. Ouch. It was staring where the remonstrance, a piercing flick to my forehead snaps me to my now stinging senses. Saber sits beside me in the passenger seat. Until the rendezvous, she decided to act as my bodyguard.
お前が失敗しては全てが台無しだ。が、お前に罪はない。過度に緊張は持たず、あくまで泰然と構えておけ。いいな。
I think so. Though you may be a little pushy, your fighting spirit is infectious. Thank you, Saber.
礼を言う必要はあるまい。お前は私のマスターなのだからな。
Saber checks the car clock. It's nearly time.
間もなくだな。そろそろ目的地に向かえ。護衛ができるのはすぐそこまでだが、大丈夫だな。
I think we're about to fight. Of course, I'm still a mage, as well as a master. But other than worry about me, please do your best to track them.
誰に物を言っている。では出るぞ。私たちは離れた場所からお主を見守っているからな。
Together we exit the car. Ryko, please wait. I'm on my way. As I advance, Saber vanishes from view. I glance at the asphalt as I step forward, step by step, heading to the designated location. The feeling of tension manifests in the form of a dry throat. I watch the faces of people passing by. One of them could be the culprit, and with that in mind, I can't help but glance around. But firmly grasping the case in hand, I arrive at the central intersection of the shopping district and look around. In front of the intersection, I wait without moving, despite the light declaring it safe to cross. People glance at me with suspicion as they pass by. I can just barely see some familiar faces in the distance. The e-bike around on Brynhild. There's also Ziska and Saber. The time display on the watch is currently 12:58. The call has been occurring at 1300. Too many things about this kidnapping are strange, but what I'm most confused by is why were we targeted in the first place? We're not particularly a wealthy family. For ransom, that's not much of a logical reason to target us. Well, Ryko is kinda hot though. You don't know what she did to Ryko, or he. I guess one could guess we're well off enough, given the apartment. Confronting Lushu Dreamfield and Ryko kidnapping. Why did the timing match? Why did I have to do this now? They kept waiting an entire day between making contact. Why was Ryko the target? No, wait, in the first place. I remember yesterday, why? Why was it possible to talk normally with Ryko yesterday? That's right, it's strange to think about it, because the day before yesterday, in other words, the day of the kidnapping, Ryko had been screaming. But yesterday, for whatever reason, I was able to have a normal conversation with her without interruptions. But the kidnapper letting us talk so freely must have been risky, and as unfavorable information must have been shared, or... The phone vibrates, unknown caller is displayed on the screen. While holding the case with my right hand, I answer and bring the phone up to my left. Good, the phone has answered. As promised, I prepared the money, if Ryko would return. Don't be in such a rush, keep calm over there. First off, I need to hear the thing that I have to tell you. Then what? Right now you don't have anybody nearby. Discussion, nobody else is going to hear it. Wonder why you think that. I got a friend right next to me. Of course it's a lie, but it's more than a test. However, it seems the criminal knows exactly who I am, after all. I can hear the small laugh. Those are tricks are needed. Quite suspicious, considering I know that you have no company near you. Well, I appreciate a lie. What matters is the situation. Yes, the situation is what I waited for. It's finally ready. What's ready? That's right, a situation where you and I could talk one-on-one. See? What? This guy, what are you planning? To go is to talk to me alone? The kidnapper snickers. Everything I'm about to say to you is something you can't tell anyone else, not your friends nor your allies. If you say anything your beloved other half, your safety cannot be guaranteed, and so I won't tell anyone a thing. Son of a bitch. As the words escaped me, they laughed faintly, as if all just some child mischievous prank. I'm not at all. Someone else besides me is. I told you, didn't I? In fact, protection is the truth of what I did. So if Ryko was the target of harm, that is, it was probably any one of your collaborators. Wait, what is that? My collaborators, meaning Lushu or Levi, or the other alliance members? That's what it's saying then. Between Lushu and Levi, is there a traitor? Therefore, don't tell anyone what we've been going to talk about. In simpler words, must be exposed with haste. Compensation for that, I should say, Ryko's well-being. This conversation got a tad complicated, as all I'm asking you is one thing. With all your might, unravel the truth of this case. That's all there is. The only request here. If you uncover the truth, that's when Ryko will be returned to you. No, you realize that there's no need for things to return. Wait, what are you talking about this time? How am I supposed to trust you? Nevertheless, you really don't have many options. Today's sole objective is a situation where no one else can hear. A one-on-one conversation with you needed to be arranged. That's it, that's all for today's objective. For the moment, Ryko cannot be returned to you quite yet. Of course, that case of money isn't needed. Take it home. Take it home? Only Turner. Why would you? What is it? What are you planning? Why say all this? The reason cannot be revealed. Therefore, you will need to reveal it on your own hands. More than anything, you have already noticed it, haven't you? This affair has nothing to do with kidnapping. What? The words from the phone hit me like lightning. No way, did this guy really just said that? Kidnapping and such. It is truthfully more than just means to eventual end. Ryko kidnapping is part of the flow far greater than itself. The woman is a kite caught up in a vast hurricane. Of course, I am no exception, but for not now. I can't just reveal the truth of it all to you. If I did that, Ryko and you would be in greater danger. Search for it, the truth. If you watch the sky, the answer should reveal itself. That's enough for me. Oh, that's right, about today. Something needs to be said to your companions. I changed my mind. Ryko's physical condition is rather worrying. The second returner, so I don't need a reward yet. Once Ryko's in good physical condition, I'll contact you again. Until then, I want you to carefully keep the reward money. Well then, this is all. The next date to contact will be the 17th of this month. I expect the situation should be unraveled by then. Hey, wait a second. I call out, but the call is already disconnected. Chee. I sat at the smartphone in frustration. The call just now. Things are decisively different than before. Now that I had this conversation with the kidnapper, they're going to want a one-on-one conversation, and there may be a traitor among my collaborators. Aside from the second call, the first call wasn't on speaker. No, that wouldn't matter. They would have known. So there was still a possibility of being heard by the others. So then, this was a ruse to talk to me alone. At the very least, I'm not completely absurd. Even so, the person who staged the kidnapping of Ryko made a claim. The odds that Ryko was attacked by an ally. I can't say for sure because I don't know much about sight though. But I don't think Lushu and Levi would do that. And the Stoffel's out of the question, surely. It's a Stoffel, huh? Stoffel's the traitor! I fucking knew it. So more than anything, do I believe the kidnapper? That would be totally ridiculous of me, wouldn't it? However, the appearance and expansion of Lushu Dreamfield in this matter of Ryko, calling the two events unrelated doesn't sound right to me. Because I feel that way too. That alone cannot be denied. The timing is just a little too convenient. The incident occurred in tandem with our visit to Lushu Field, and now the kidnapper says they're not a kidnapper at all. There's clearly some kind of strange connection, so I have no choice. I have to do it. Either way, the fact that Ryko is still out there remains. Therefore, I have no choice but to investigate. I have no choice. I have to unravel the truth with my own hands. Investigate. Sound like a detective. And with that, the investigation begins. Whoops. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to do. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Well. Ryko's been kidnapped. We had to uncover the truth of Lushu. And now we have a meter. We have until the 17th. It's red, right? The 17th of this month. So we got like 11 days. That's including dates. I don't think, did we went on a date today? On this chapter? I don't remember. I think we did not. So that has to do with dates too. So with that, we'll find out the truth next time on Fate Dirt.